It's J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. Appreciate everybody for coming through. We're gonna chop it up a little bit about the topics of the last week or so, and what's been going down out there in the hood and the world out there in entertainment and drama. But it's good to be back. Check in with everybody. I do plan on reviewing the Penguin TV show as well as the show from. I hate that I'm a little behind on those when they kind of got started, but I do plan on doing that as well as a few other things. So I may have to end up starting in the middle of where they started, but I would like to do episodes from the beginning, from episode 1. But anyway, coming through on this Saturday, for a little bit. I ain't gonna probably be too long. I don't know. We'll see how it go. I normally don't go live on Saturdays, but decided to chop it up this Saturday because with a lot of the stuff going on and normal things, it's been I feel like a couple weeks since the last time I was live. So I still want to keep it fresh and keep tuned in and check in with everybody because I know everybody been and forgot about me after a week or two. Be like, who is this? What is that? So let you know I'm still here. Let me take a little something to drink right quick. All right. So couple stories I want to talk about real quick. And then as always, who knows where it may go from there. But the first story I'm gonna talk about and get into is Big Meech, which by majority of people that have probably been watching this channel or listening to this podcast, whichever one you may do, talking about shows like BMF and Power and all that is something that we talked a lot about. And so Big Meech is a person that a lot of us are familiar with, and I'm pretty sure majority of people know he was a real person locked up. I don't think too many people, at least on this channel, think that or would be surprised he's a real person. But I'm pretty sure everybody wasn't following his story closely. They knew, maybe you may have known he was coming out soon. Well, time flies, doesn't it? Big Meech has now been released, and it says he got 5 years of supervised release after completing his sentence and may need some drug tests. Now, this was on TMZ, and it was saying that drug kingpin Demetrius Big Meech Flannery is out of prison, but he still has some boxes to check for total freedom, including supervised release once he finishes out the remainder of his sentence in a halfway house and restrictions on drug and alcohol use. It says Big Meech, who co-founded the notorious Black Mafia family, has a projected release date of January 27, 2026, according to the Federal Bureau of Prisons. But he won't have the feds completely off his back until much later. Instead, it says legal docs obtained by TMZ show Big Meech still has supervised release for 5 years with some special conditions, namely participating in a substance abuse program, which may include drug and alcohol testing. Says he was arrested back in 2005 and in 2008 was sentenced to 30 years in prison after being convicted on charges related to drug trafficking and money laundering. Earlier this year, a judge shortened his sentence by almost 3 years, and on Tuesday, Big Meech was transferred from a federal prison in Florida to a halfway house where he will serve out the remainder of his sentence before the supervised release kick in. It says LeBron James is among the celebs celebrating Big Meech's progress, with the NBA superstar tweeting, "Welcome home, Big Meech." Well, and it's showing a picture right here. Welcome back. And, the tweet basically. Anyway, it say his true homecoming is still away, but hey, we already know what's really going down for Big Meech. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about is it's a lot for this man he can do in his life. I doubt he get back in the drug business. That would be the worst thing he can do, and probably the least profitable. But I think he can get into all kind of movie storytelling, all kind of different business ventures. Once he get money from one thing, you can use that into doing all kind of other business ventures, legal business ventures. um, is it good to be celebrated as a drug kingpin? No. I mean, not to say that. I mean, a person live their life. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And people live and learn. Um, so I'm not the one I'm just putting a question out there. I think that if a person has been through whatever and their story is, hey, this is what I did, and at that time I didn't, that's what I thought, and that's how I lived my life. But I'm maybe telling people out there, hey, that may not be the best way, or hey, learn from this, take it how you see it. But I changed, or whatever the case, regardless of whether it is. Some people just put their story out bad, you do whatever with it. And I've lived and changed my life, but I'm not telling you to change. Or some people put their story out and keep doing it, whatever. I don't think Meech would be one of those, to be honest with you. But um, I remember the reason I put this question out there is I remember when Michael K. Williams died, a lot of people was conflicted. And when I did the episode around that time about that, some people were saying that he shouldn't be celebrated because he was a drug user. And so I didn't necessarily agree with that, but it is people out there that have those type of feelings. So, I don't know. Let me get into some of these comments right quick. Antoine Heron, Meech should have been home, especially if Terry phone tap love himself been home for a few summers now. I know, right? Well, it was a few differences in why Terry got home. He got out around COVID, like 2020. Yeah, but he always been even phone tapping. That's funny because even though that is true, he's a more quiet personality, and I guess that got him to fly under the radar a little bit better and things, but yeah, it's kind of messed up. But Meech is the more charismatic personality, even though the judges at the time were trying to make it seem as if he can recruit or start up that type of business again. But his personality and everything has grown to like being a real live Nino Brown. He's like Freeway Ricky Ross. They don't need to go back into doing that type of business anymore. They can market themselves in other ways and use that money and leverage into other ways where they don't have to do that type of business anymore. So it is what it is. Damian Kenny, you say you out the game, but is the game through with you? Look at what happened to Alpo. The problem with Alpo is he didn't use his credibility and his name and stuff to go into other things. Plus, he still had people looking for him also. So, which was ending up being his demise. So he couldn't really become a public figure or be in other things because he kind of always was hiding from the streets. So, and then also, I think, of course, I don't know any of these people, but I think Big Meech is a very smart person. Like, I mean, a high level smart person, genius level smart person. First of all, to run anything to multi-million dollar level is smart, very smart, especially illegal things. And, you know, so I think not that Alpo didn't make money, but Meech and BMF and things they had was on another level for a long time. And so I think he was on a different level than most of us. And I think Meech, if he applied himself or had the opportunities, he could have did anything. Alpo was a grimy dude that made things happen, had flash and a little bit of swag, but at the end of the day was probably a glorified stick up kid that, you know what I'm saying, learned a little bit of the game. But could he have had a big entourage and grow an organization like Meech? I doubt it. So, but that's not saying nothing against him too, because I mean, hey, I don't have a multi-million dollar organization or business or a company or anything. So, hey, it ain't easy. Let me see what up. Let me get some of these questions I missed. Antoine, Queens Nation in the building. Salute to my brother Jay Moore. That's what's up, Antoine. Appreciate it. My man Eric Iverson, what up? Out in Las Vegas, Las Wages. You say, what's up, y'all? Jay, do you watch Fat Joe talk show on Stars? It's kind of boring, LOL. You know what, man? That is funny that you asked me that. And let me get a little bit of agua. That's in my Fat Joe language. I'm all out. I'm just looking at how this bottle disappeared, and it ain't even blue. Anyway, you know what? I really, really, really like Fat Joe. He's one of my all-time favorite rappers. Now, I'm not saying he's one of the all-time greats. He's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I grew up, we the same age. Well, he a little older than me, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, his second album, I rocked that to death. I remember his first one with Fat Joe and They Want to Flow Joe and all of that. Came out the gate on some Flow Joe. Anyway, I like Fat Joe as a rapper. He's always had a little bit of flow. I think his second album probably was his most lyrical. But Fat Joe has always, to me, been a mid-level rapper, meaning that back in our day when we was coming up, you used to have lyrics. You used to have to put together a song. Like it had to make sense from start to end. Yeah, like it had a whole message. And Fat Joe was good, but he was never delivering deep lyrics like that. And so he was mid-level. And it's starting to show in his talk show. You say it's boring because you can tell they cut out everything. Fat Joe don't know how to talk, man. And I don't mean he can't talk like move his mouth like I hate to say it, but them Narlands niggers. My daddy or somebody from Florida, Kodak Black. Do it, do it. They like, what if Ebonics was a person? That's what that looked like. No, he can talk and you understand what he's saying, but he don't know how to talk, without sounding street. He don't even know how to come up with good questions. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, we already know. Like, what? I just saw him with LL Cool J, and he didn't have anything to ask him. He was with Omari Hardwick. He ain't have nothing really to say. He's not really, he's just chilling with people he like and holding a wiener. Nah, don't let me get on. Hey, I'm just joking. It's just jokes. 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 Anyway, Fat Joe, yeah, it ain't his show ain't gonna last too long, man. And it's sad. And another reason I think his show ain't gonna last too long is that it's a little too late. And I mean, and like people that know Fat Joe is my group. Like I saw he be doing songs still, and he was with when in that Amari Hardwick episode, that Latin shorty. Oh man, she was killing the game. So he's still staying relevant, but I think the majority of his fan base is probably people my age or such, and I don't know if they really looking for that show like that. And then younger people, I don't know if they checking for that show like that. So, but then again, who am I? What the hell do I know? Ain't like I got a demographic spreadsheet. To Damian Kinney, Joe not fat no more. It's medium Joe. I know, right? Joe ain't fat no more. You know what it is? And I was thinking about this really long and hard. Is that everybody's fat nowadays. That's the problem. And so back in the 90s, Fat Joe was fat. Everybody wasn't fat. But now, damn near everybody fat like Fat Joe. You got to be Sloppy Joe nowadays. That's what you got to be, Sloppy Joe. That's the only way you notice everybody fat. Shit, I'm fat. I was looking at Fat Joe today like, damn, either I don't look that bad or damn, everybody is fat. But then he walked next to LL Cool J, and I'm like, oh no, he fat as hell. Fat Joe is fat, man. Where he was, it's just that almost all of us is fat. So unless you sloppy Joe, unless your head just sloppy, just hanging all over the place, then you don't look too bad these days because we all kind of look bad. Shit, we all look bad. That's the problem. We all got fat. No, Fat Joe is still fat because when I was looking at him next to LL, but you're right. I thought he wasn't before. Antoine Herron, Meech is an icon now, and why not? Frank Lucas, AZ, Alpo, Griselda, Rayful Edmonds. The list go on and on. America loves the next gangster, Al Capone. You're right. You're right. Bonnie and Clyde. The list go on and on. You're right. Hey, you might as well. The thing with most of them is they got all the movies and fame after they was dead. They didn't get none of the royalties or enjoy most of it. At least he's alive and then could enjoy whatever his, fame and stuff was. So you know what? That's a great point, Antoine Herron. Good point. I definitely you know, would get in there too. Why die and then have a bunch of New Jack City movies made about you when you could be in it, or you could help write him at least. Maybe he can't become the actor and be in his own movies, but maybe he can help write or lease out or, sell his story. Or whatever. So, hey, and then his son is an actor. We'll see how many other roles he does. But hey, he got the chance to do more roles and act for the rest of his life. So, in a way, he still accomplished his goal of changing the trajectory of his family, which is what most people in the game are trying to do. Get money to, change the family situation. What's up, Tonette? How you doing, sis? Appreciate you stopping through, checking in with me this Saturday. Antoine Herron, you say Alpo, Nicky Barnes, Frank Lucas, Meech kept it all. No paperwork, and that makes all the difference, my friend. Yeah, well, I don't know about that as far as if Meech kept it all. Meech can't really, I don't know, man. It ain't like he can get out of jail and then start balling and stuff right away or doing certain things. Like, they'd be like, "Where'd you get this from?" What happened was 50 Cent signed me for a deal. Then they could just say, 50 Cent, you signed him for this deal. So, I don't know. Damian Kenny, the producers of Joe's show should have schooled him under Geraldo Rivera. Well, that ain't Fat Joe's style. At least he wouldn't do that to his friends. So, this show really is not a talk show. It's like a showcase of his friends. And he just hanging out, chilling with people he like. Even if he never met them before, people he admire or people he like, and he just chill with them and just he don't really even ask any questions, really. He let them talk about their journey or their struggle. So, he not even on no Vlad TV stuff. I think if he was really trying to do something, he could have did a Vlad TV style thing, but he don't want to really put his people on the spot. And from what it seemed, Joe kind of nice. Not that I'm saying he a chump or nothing. Don't get me wrong. From what I know, Fat Joe about as real as they come, and he didn't had to save a few people from getting the foo-fops upside their head before. So Fat Joe, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he no goof or no scrub or nothing like that. I just think he ain't trying to mess with people he like and upset them and stuff like that. He nice. You know what I mean? He trying to be respectful. So I don't think that's what he trying to do is be riled though. Although if he did, it would be dope. That would be dope because you never seen a rapper street/dude coming with hard hitting questions. And then if people want to get mad or whatever, he would have stepped to them. Like if he'd have interviewed the clan. Yo, I heard you be on that bull. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, hey, what's up with them robes? What you got up under there, huh? What you doing, son? Fat Joe might have, they started trying to argue. Remember in Geraldo, they started throwing a chair on stage with the clan. Some of y'all might not know about that one. Anyway, it'd be interesting if he started interviewing people that was on the fringe. Interview the Proud Boys and stuff like that. See how that go. See if anybody want to say something. But again, Fat Joe don't want no drama and beef in his life. I think he passed that. So when you do stuff like that, you get heat, different type of heat. Like he'll start getting letters and death threats and stuff. So dude ain't trying to go through all that. You know what I mean? Most people ain't. I don't want that show. So, I feel him. But it would be a hit. Everybody would watch it. Antoine Herron, 50 already owned part of BMF brand. So now that Meech is home, I think the real gangster flicks are about to be produced out of 50 Cent Studios. Yeah, he is trying to do a few things. And also, I think he had to talk with BMF or something like that. I mean, not BMF, with Meech before he went out with his story. Not that he had to, because he could have just changed a couple names, didn't have to call him Meech. Could have just did a couple things like that and left, and then hey, I ain't got to pay you nothing. I ain't got to mention you and big up your story and none of that. And then it would have been even harder for Meech to come out and do something with his name. But they used it and did some things. So I think they had talk. So I think Meech, and he used his son. So I think Meech is gonna be plugged in real good right away. You know what I'm saying? Amy and Kenny have paid enough. George Zimmerman would have been a good talk show with anyway. George Zimmerman. Oh my goodness. That dude. Yeah, that would have been crazy, man. Again, I wouldn't want to hear that fool say nothing or ask no damn questions. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Young Miami. She finally talking about Diddy and her situation with him. I know it seemed like every moment of the day it's a new Diddy drop. This new one, Young Miami, she's saying that everybody trying to blast her about being with Diddy, but he was always a good person to her. And she said she met him, and at the time while she was talking to him, the whole world was giving him awards and this, that, and the other. So she ain't know nothing about all this other stuff. She ain't seen it. Which, I mean, hey, what else she supposed to say? Especially if that's the truth. I'm not here to say she may not be telling the truth or not, but hey, she is telling the truth about during that time period he was getting the key to the city and all these lifetime achievement awards and all that, which I thought that was weird, getting the key to the city and all those some awards, yeah, but like he was getting a lot of awards back to back to back. And I never thought Diddy was all that, to be honest with you, as far as rapping. He ain't a rapper. And you know, I'm still old school, so like, yeah, I know every rapper don't write their own stuff, but like most of them do, and especially like be getting awards like lifetime achievement, and you wasn't writing your own stuff and doing this and that and da. I mean, okay, whatever. Maybe I was looking at it too hard, but I didn't think of it like, oh, he a bad guy. Now, a lot of stuff that's coming out, I'm not surprised about. Now, the Freako parties, no way I knew any of that stuff. But I mean, I did see Eyes Wide Shut, so I know that the elites do crazy things. So I'm not totally blown away. If y'all ain't seen Eyes Wide Shut, check it out. All right. Anyway, Young Miami, I don't know, man. Let's see what y'all. I think she was, and she kind of mentioned that when she was with him, it was to elevate her brand. Basically, we probably wouldn't know as much about her if it wasn't for him. Being with him as much heat, and I say heat because I do need to do my Mr. McMahon documentary review. Vince McMahon on Netflix documentary was amazing. But what I would say is heat is what they call attention. But you know, as much heat as Diddy got on him all the time, if you next to him all the time, you're gonna get some of that shine too. And that's basically what happened and elevated her, which was a good business move. Hey, if Beyonce wanted to, you know, give me some heat, I'm about to melt in this month. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I don't necessarily blame her for that. Let's see. Damian Kenny, Young Miami is not getting sued because she doesn't have Diddy level money. Yeah, but also, did she do anything? And also, most of the people coming after Diddy because they're trying to break him because he tried to sue the wrong ninjas. You know, so all y'all got to do is look into that. See who Diddy tried to sue that was big time, and he was barking up the wrong tree. He thought he had $1 billion, and they can lose $1 billion in they underwear and not realize it. You know, so Yeah, he messed up on that one. They open season on him. So yeah, Antoine Herring. They need to be blasting Young Miami for that horrific, horrendous, laughable, if it was so trash, acting job on BMF. Oh man, that job was horrible. Horrible. To be honest with y'all, I never really I knew who Young Miami was. I heard the name. I've seen the face when she was talking to Diddy on the couch about they in a relationship together, and he like we in a friendship or situationship or something, and she like, oh, we ain't together or whatever. I don't know. I remember that. And but I don't. She could have walked down the street right in front of me, and I wouldn't have known who she was. I guess because I didn't know who she was in that BMF episode, but what I did know is I was like, who is this? This is horrible. Like that acting. And I don't like to try to judge everybody like they supposed to be some Shakespearean actor or Denzel or Angela Bassett or, you know what I'm saying, Al Pacino. But dang, that was bad, man. Your love of your life, your dude is got taken out the game, and you talking about some. Why you do that? It might as well have been that bad. So that's when then I'm like, soon as I was about to start to go in, everybody else was in the comments on that episode talking about that one. So I'm like, aha, that explains it. Shy girl, what up? What up? You say, what up, Jay? Meech free, bruh. It's about to get wild. I know that's right. Hey, he got a lot of opportunities looking forward. He could have a talk show. He could be a podcaster on YouTube interviewing people getting millions of views. Just doing that. You know, shoot, a lot of people will be tuning in to see him interviewing Cat Williams instead of Shannon Sharp. Hey, let me tell you something, Skip. Hey, let me tell you something, Skip. Let me tell you, ain't nobody gonna call me gay. Unc done left the phone on, Skip. Unc left the phone on, Skip. Let me tell you something, Blair. Nephew. Did I leave the photo? Did I leave the photo, nephew? Let me tell you something, Skip. Lord Dragon, it's funny how people have all sorts of information that can get you locked up, but they don't get locked up for holding evidence. They need to be held accountable also. Hey, I agree. Especially it's weird how all of these people can testify as security guards or witnesses and things about these things that they saw, but they're basically accomplices in a way. If you're there and you saw all these things, you know they bad, but you didn't report it. But now you're reporting it. Like what? I don't understand that. Maybe somebody smarter than me can explain that to me. Maybe it's what they get an immunity to take down the big person. But that big person wouldn't exist without all these little people not saying nothing the first time or the second or third time. I don't know. They the big person because they got the money. I don't know. I say somebody smarter than me, please let me know. I don't claim to be the smartest. I ain't Big Meech. Like I say, I don't got $1 million company. I ain't made $1 million. Shoot, I'm still trying to work on $100,000 for my life, let alone a million. I remember $1 million. You used to think you was set for life back in the day. Ambi Bambi, what's up, girl? How you feeling? Let me get up out of here. I think I said that already. Shy girl, I did not think about that, but he would do well as a podcaster. They owe you money for that business idea. I know, right? They ain't gonna give me no money. You know how many people I done gave ideas and try to help? If anything, they gonna say, yeah, I ain't get that for him. Yeah, who is that? Or forget him. Or da, 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 da. I was already doing that anyway. Anyway. What's the last thing I was gonna talk about? Oh, Instagram video. I don't know how long this ago, but it was this one lady on the airplane, crazy as can be. That it was funny to me. I wanted to show. And she said she owned the 7 continents or something. Let me pull this video up. I don't know, man. I might have got off this plane. Let me tell you something. I own the 7 continents. But then again, I know she don't know what the hell she talking about. But yeah, she was tweaking hard. It'd be some people on these planes nowadays just losing their minds out here. Where is this? Oh, where is this video? It's some other stuff that came out about Diddy, and it's talking about how Usher got hospitalized or something at one time. Or, it was talking about how he and Andre Harrell or something, all kind of different. Just like every other day, got a new lawsuit came out with something like 100 more women claiming he beat the hell out of them. It's like, man, every day he wake up, it's like he ain't never getting out. Straight up. Black China, she just got sued not too long ago, supposedly beating up her boyfriend in his sleep. Oh man, I ain't never heard of that. I don't know what man, what dudes, what would y'all do if you woke up and your girl was punching you in the face? What in the world? This picture, this dude, he got a busted lip, a black eye, all this stuff. Like, oh my goodness. What can you do with that one? That would be horrible. Anyway, there's the video right here. Looking for this damn thing. Of course, it don't want to play right. Anyway, this damn woman. Let me see if I get to the rest of it. Let me see if I can reload it. This woman, they wanted her to move or something on the plane or whatever. She going from San Diego to Vegas, and she started screaming that if she was a white man in a suit, you would stop the effing plane and turn it around. And so they started laughing and recorded it or whatever about it. I'm a white man in a suit, you turn it around. And she said, I'm gonna tell you straight up, don't you ever come against nobody because of their skin color. See how I'm reading it? It's not funny. Because it actually sounded like what she said made sense. I don't know why TMZ would cut out these portions to read, because it make it look like she was right. They don't even have a part of her owning the 7 continents. And anyway, y'all get the point. Go to TMZ. This damn thing ain't low. Let me see. Antoine Herron, did you hear about this supposed to be spike baby oil-ish? What? They on puff top. They on the puffy top. They on that puff top. And how the hell do you spike baby oil? What in the world did he do? Put some damn pain relaxer in it? Put some crushed fentanyl in the oil? Yeah, this is gonna really relax you, baby. It's gonna put you to sleep. Yeah, it ain't just my massage that put you to sleep. It's these magic hands. That's what it is, baby. Squeeze that in. They be like, puppy, you're like making me melt. Works every time. They like, why do you use plastic gloves? The better to touch you with, my dear. This rub in all the little fentanyl laced baby oil, put a whole party to sleep. All right. Who's first? They just got everybody turned over on their stomachs. Party time! I'm getting into Judge Mathis first, TD Jake second, Stevie J third, Usher for last. Usher, I'm saving Usher for dessert. Or maybe I might get a little bit of Bieber on it. Man, that's crazy. That's why, Harry, you say Diddy should have headed this whole ish before it jumped off by selling out of court with Cassie. That is the facts right there. But then he sued them other people too, and that they would have still came for him. But it said instead she waited. But that public filed suit and settling the very next day. Oh man, that was a bad move. He should have just stopped it from going public. Yeah, it did open the floodgates. You're right. You're right. Shy girl, she flying coach on Frontier. She saying she owns 7 continents. Ninja, please. I know, right? I own 7 continents. Yeah. I own all 7 on Civilization. It's the game on my app. It's called Civilization Conqueror. I own 7 continents on the game. Yeah, bish. I am the emperor of the continents. I beat the game. Don't mess with me. Turn this plane around. What's up, Rashonda? How you doing, sis? Damian Kenny, you say the baby oil was supposedly spiked with ketamine and GHB. What is GHB? How many people gonna spike 1,000 bottles? All right, look here, man. We gonna spike them all. 1,000? Yeah. We gonna do 8-hour shifts. We gonna spike them all, baby. 1 case a day. I want 200 cases spiked a week. What in the world? How you spiking no damn 1,000 baby oil bottles? If anybody ever been into some drug game, bagging up 1,000 bags of weed would take forever. They be spiking no damn. What are they doing? What do they got to crush them? Then what? Put it in a syringe or open it up, open up each bottle, put it in there, put the certain amount, close it, put it back, open up, get some more, crush it up, put in this amount, put it in there, close it, open it up, put it in. Oh man, ran out. Go and get some more, crush it up, put it in. Man, what? Boy, whose job is that? Hey man, go on and get it, gonna roll up. You know, Snoop had a professional blunt roller. Go ahead, you my professional baby spiker. You my professional oil spiker. Spike that. Shit, it's about that time, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? I ain't about to smoke no weed. I need that spike. Go on and spike that. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? I got a professional oil spiker. Yeah. Oh, you would be working in Texas, Diddy? What you talking about? When you spike oil, you got a drill? You spike for no, nigga. He spikes the baby oil, fool. What are you talking about? Oil. I already got the money, baby. I spike that baby oil. I make sure it's real nice and relaxing, extra relaxing and moist. That's my Diddy impression. Give me the baby oil. Sound just like him. Anyway, we get up out of here. The lady, Damian Kinney, the lady owns Incontinence, GHB, the date. Oh, see? Tell you how many times I've been on a date. You know what people doing out here. They gave me some oil. They had me turned over. I couldn't get back over anyway. They got me. They found my weakness. I can't turn over. I'm like a roach on his back. I can't turn over. They got me. I can't get out of this. That's what they all say. Anyway. Antoine Heron, before I get up out of here, you say even a white man in a Brooks Brothers suit will get his white ass locked up on that flight because the sky marshal is praying you trip. F around and find out. I know, right? You know what, though? It ain't no more sky marshal program. I just found that out recently, which I'm like, why did they stop that? There is no more sky marshal program. You know what? I'm about to make sure and Google that. But yes, I did hear that. I didn't take the time to Google and look it up, which is something I like to do. I don't like to always not take certain things I think is important. Face value. Let's see. It says it's not been canceled. All right. I'm glad I just Googled that and I'm wrong. See, and you know what? It's not enough people doing that, sadly, these days. And some people I've talked to, and they repeat stuff and they don't Google it. And then I've like Googled it while we're talking, and then they don't want to believe it. Whereas they'll say, well, Google is wrong or this is wrong or whatever. You can check different sites. But it says that no, it has not been canceled, but it's been discussions about its effectiveness. I mean, hey, we haven't had no issues, so I think it's effective. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Order 1650.6a. Federal Air Marshal Program canceled. Do the U.S. still have sky marshals? In the U.S., less than 5% of flights have an air marshal on board. So it is pretty much canceled. They can't cover all 44,000 daily commercial flights. I get that. They don't have 44,000 air marshals. So you don't know which flight has one and which doesn't. But if it's less than 5%, how many do they have? 100? Wait. 10% would be what? 440? So 5%, 220. Less than that. So they got about 150 flights. Yeah, it's pretty much over with. Ain't nobody riding on your flight with your butt. Anyway, dang. So technically it's not canceled, but realistically, ain't nobody on that flight with you, sadly. Which, to be honest, looking back at it, I doubt they ever had 50% of the flights covered. If it was 44,000 flights a day, that means, 44,000 air marshals. It ain't no 44,000, wasn't no 22,000. So it probably wasn't even 1,000 at the peak. So I guess, it is what it is. It is what it is. Some places they got the tippy top. Anyway, I'm get up out of here. Oh, Damian Kenny, you say MDMA is the one that does that. I thought that was Molly. I don't know. Whatever. What it is it's actually none of those drugs. It's basically whatever she was wearing. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know what it is. But people gonna do whatever sometimes, man. You gotta be careful out there. Women got a whole lot more to think about than dudes. Like we don't think about that type of date uh advantage drug or somebody just doing it without even trying to drug you. At least they ain't even going to show you a good time first. Anyway, we don't have those thoughts. I feel sorry for the ladies and all the thoughts they got to go through and all the craziness and guys and oh my goodness gracious, I probably would never have ever met anybody if I was a woman. I don't know. It's just too much. So, and dudes is something else. Anyway, get up out of here, y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one. I'm gonna try to talk about the Penguin. The Penguin is an excellent show. To be honest, if they didn't name it the Penguin, it don't have anything to do with hero like Batman stuff like that. They name a couple of references here or there, but this show can hold up with any of the powers of BMF and any of that stuff because it's not a cartoonish superhero-ish type of thing. It's gritty, it's dark. They taking people out, cussing. I mean, it's crazy. Gotham City, boy, this right here, cause they should have made this instead of this damn Joker Part 2. They could have made the Penguin movie. If they would have made the Penguin movie instead of the Joker Part 2, oh snap. The Penguin movie, Colin Farrell, oh, the makeup department and his acting off the charts. Off the charts. Off the charts. Yeah, the Penguin is an amazing show. Dope, dope show. If you all are looking for something to watch, gangster type to fill your void of power and BMF, The Penguin. Check out The Penguin on HBO Max. Penguin. Excellent show. I give that a 9. A 9. Everything. The acting, the story, the cinematography, the makeup, special effects, everything. A plus. Penguin. Yeah, check it out. I'm up out of here. And From is good too, but I don't even want to talk about From after what I just said for the Penguin. Because From is good, but damn, the Penguin is the truth right now. Straight up. The Penguin is the truth. So I need to go ahead and catch up on it as far as the reviews. I'm caught up on it as far as watching it, but I was out of town when it started, so that's why I didn't do the reviews for those first couple of episodes, which is why now I feel behind and I regret I should have tried to at least talk about it a little something when it came out. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So anyway, you know. Hey Tressa, no problem, sis. Always gotta come through. Thanks for y'all coming through. I appreciate y'all for coming through. I could turn this on and try to be talking and make jokes, but if it ain't with y'all, then did it happen? Like a tree falling in the woods. Did anybody hear it? Yeah, the Penguin grimy boy. I can't wait to see the next episode when Sophia Falcone, huh? I gotta show you that you can trust me, Sophia Falcone. Huh? I didn't take out your brother. I didn't do that. He's the wise guy, Sophia Falcone. That's my Penguin impression. Sophia Falcone. Huh? The way he walked with the limp and everything, yeah, it's good. Check it out. I'm up out of here, y'all. I appreciate all the love and support, taking the time to come check me out, as always. I'll see y'all on the next one. Peace. And I'm out of here.